This is D with Divine Needle and TGIF. January the 8th, 2021. The 8s. The number 8. The infinity symbol, right? It's been on my mind a lot lately. I got a vision back in 2018 or 2019, Valentine's Day, 2019, I think, of the triple eights. It's supposed to mean God. What's interesting is the planet Venus, the cycle of that planet is 888. She's getting ready to march into Aquarius February 1st. All right. Everybody needs to stay in their inner child and project their innocence and their love very strongly, regardless of what's going on around us. Because, excuse me, because right now it's the only thing that matters. Seriously, only thing. All right. So this is the weekend reading, and I hope this helps you all get through these days ahead. I know things are crazy. Told you they would be. Wasn't kidding, was I? But remember that. Above and beyond everything else, just project love because it is indeed the only thing that's real on the holodeck. Okay. Trying to decide where to set decks because they had me bring out 4. The energy for this weekend. Let's see what Kuan Yin has to say. For this weekend, for all those down here on a mission, this weekend, please. There it is. All right, Bamboo Moon. Put the deck up. Let's look at the picture. Oh, that's stunning. That one's beautiful. Wow. Did you know that there are no mistakes in the universe and all events, circumstances, relationships, and situations are unfolding in perfection with the timing and intelligence of the divine plan? Any apparent delay is in your favor. If something is happening for you right now, then that is perfect too. Divine timing is perfection. It is safe to trust this now. Like I said, the only thing that matters right now is love. And the machine designed by the architect, the cornerstone, is doing what it's supposed to be. So you guys need to trust in that. So if there's been delays or anything like that, there's a reason, and it's for your highest good. All right. Wow, and the tingles begin. Hmm. All right, here we go. For this weekend. All right. They gave us 2. Remember what I told you, the only thing down here that matters is love. That is sacred reverence for all things, including yourself. That is the key. See the key with the heart? That is the key. So stay in that. Stay in that energy. It can be difficult with all the craziness going on around us. That card is 47, which breaks down, guess what, to an 11. Once again, don't fear the 11s. And key 20. A merry motive. Remember in the song Stairway to Heaven, words can have 2 meanings. A merry motive or M-A-R-I motive. All right. Stay in your childlike innocence and project nothing but love during this time frame. It's kind of like the final test. Think of it that way. And remember that a lot of what's going on around us is part of the machine at work, and you have to trust in the divine. Everything is for the best at this moment, and there's divine timing and intelligence involved. All right. A theme for the weekend. Any additional thoughts? Yeah. There's going to be some fighting going down, evidently. Mars and Uranus. Today's the 8th. If I remember right, they go conjunct tomorrow. Oh, wow. In the background, there's like this fog of war destruction going on. The god of war and the rebel are conjunct, I believe, tomorrow. I would highly suggest staying out of anything. Like I said, trust in the divine and stay in sacred reverence. Stay in your childlike energy. Like I said, January is going to be a bumpy ride, but good things to come. All right. I want that to be seen during the reading. I don't know why. All right. Off to Spirit Keepers. The overall energy for this weekend. Wow, that didn't waste any time. And we have Aries, the god of war, the Emperor card. First thing, overall energy, the Emperor, and the Discerning One. The Emperor is someone who rules their kingdom wisely and picking a path, a decision that has to be made. What path will the Emperor choose? We know that Aries, Mars, is going conjunct with the planet Uranus, who is very much the discerning one. That's pretty fascinating. All right. And look, the symbol for Mars and Aries, they're telling us something in this reading besides what the cards say. We'll keep that in mind because they're talking about Mars right here, the god of war, fighting. Okay? Stay in sacred reverence for all that it's worth. Your highest priority this weekend, everyone. Your highest priority this weekend. Okay. Interesting. The Aquarius card, the Rogue. And you have the Moon and the Sun card, the Warrior. Okay. It's going to get heavy. Wow. Stay in sacred reverence. Merry motive. Hang tight. Wowza. Wow, look what's on the bottom of the deck right now. The Strength card. Whew. All right, and the tinglies are continuing. What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? The way that one flew out, holy shit. The way that one flew out was insane. That was quite the floater, like it lost gravity for a moment. Wow, right? Underlying the corruptor. Okay, hang on to your skirts, girls. Jockstraps, boys. Hang on to your britches in general. Sacred reverence. Stay in that. Stay in your childlike innocence, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. And do your best to ignore what's happening around you, because a lot of that is orchestrated. Try to keep that in mind. We have to go through. The only way out is through. This is the apocalypse. We have to go through. Don't forget these words. Okay? Here we go. The underlying energy. Anxiety personified and the hull of the damned. And the corruptor poisons around, right? Too many choices for some of you. And the anxiety that creates. But I think this is speaking of Well, as Gabriel and Ed and I tell me all the time, too many players on the field. And I think that's exactly what that represents. Something else that's interesting. Here we go with Mars again, and here we go with Venus. Venus in Scorpio. Oh, okay. I know what they're telling me right there. Scorpio and Venus having a chat. The Corruptor. Okay. A lot of crazy is getting ready to hit the fan with these cards. A lot. What to prepare for is good, though. The end of that. But man, is it going to get tricky. The Emperor. Commander of Intellections. This is the Aries card. This is Mars. What's required to reign and rule your kingdom? The Emperor is a control card. It's established order. Key 4, Major Arcana. Wowza. When the Emperor appears to you, your power of self-determination is being affirmed. You have the power to determine what is and what will be for yourselves. Your task, define your destination and then lead the charge. The Emperor appears when you are being called to direct and reign. Overcome your fears because it's now time for you to conquer new frontier. Wield your authority wisely. And the discerning one. Picking that path. Picking your path. Mars and Aries once again. The discerning one. And they're telling us much more in this reading than just simply what the card meanings are. Two of Scepters. Determine your boundaries and define the scope of your dominion. This is the moment for you to map out your ambition. Exercise discernment before you proceed any further on this path you've chosen. Look out to the horizon and discern whether this is the sea you want to embark from. Decide, do you want a kingdom or do you want the empire? We want the age of Aquarius and the New World Order goddess style, where everybody is set free. We want the empire, but not so that we can control. That's what the name of the game has been here on the holodeck, is control, right? Well, the true queen does not want control. This one in the middle of that card. The Rogue, the Moon in Aquarius, Seven of Swords. Wow, what a reading. The Rogue is mischief personified. Remember, this card can be being clever, dirty dealings, ghosting, underhandedness, right? Has a lot of meanings, but it's all, for the most part, negative. But there are positives in this card because it could mean being clever. But I have a feeling it's more like there's going to be some sort of enlightenment that you're going to gain about somebody doing this very thing, underhanded, sneaky behavior. Let's read from the book. Seven of Swords. The Rogue is mischief personified. Here, you see the story of Loki cutting off Sif's beautiful golden locks of hair while she slept. Sif is the Norse goddess of earth, of plenitude, and the grains, affinity, fertility, family, marriage, mother of might and magnificence. She was also a seer. The mind, the thought plane, and the intellect are the weakening barriers to materialize success. The Seven of Swords denotes an unstable mind and unstable efforts. The Rogue is the spirit of cunning and scheming. We see compromised integrity. Yet the Rogue is also the personification of one who is misunderstood. So when the spirit appears to you, you are the rogue in pursuit of an undertaking that diverges from the mainstream. You may get blowback for it, and yet take heart that that toad on the lily pad is symbolic of a rainmaker, an omen of ambition that begets plenitude, while the snail calls in the grace of the eminence, the blessings of the Nine of Orbs. A little bit of roguish behavior is called for if you seek to achieve your goal. You are being challenged to confront an ethical dilemma. Will you choose to follow the rules or will you break them? And the sun. Illumination. Also childlike innocence. But in this deck, it's the warrior. Fighting. Master of the Mystic Light. Key 19. Major Arcana. Key 19, the Son of the Magi, signifies competence and reciprocity. Here we see your consciousness expanding. The Master of the Mystic Light appears to you when you are on the verge of confronting potential with reason and truth, through which you shall create goodness. Goodness is creation with purpose arrived at through reason and truth. Here is a victory in the battles you fought for your own independence. You've broken all chains. You've detached yourself from that which had tried to control your will. And now your light shines freely out to the world. The warrior is also the spirit of fighting to protect others, fighting in service. This is success and glory you achieve, not for yourself, but so you can be in the empowered position to help others thrive and grow. This is the spirit of heroic acts. Inscribed upon the warrior's gloves, Liberatus profundet omnia luce. Freedom floods all things with light. Yeah. And she, the goddess, wants you free. She wants you set free. And freedom floods all things with light. And Luciat lux vestra, let your light shine. You are now liberated and triumphant. Remember these two cards. Sacred Reverence and the Mari motive. Mary motive. What to be mindful of and or prepare for. The New World Order. Aquarius style. This is the spirit you encounter when a cycle has come to its completion. Great balance and stability come when the catalyst has succeeded at creating a new zeitgeist. By staying in your sacred reverence and childlike innocence, you create a new zeitgeist. And you don't fall for the fighting. You are the New World Order who brings positive change to the zeitgeist. You are the catalyst. This is the spirit of you succeeding at creating the change you have wanted to see in your world. What do you see in your world right now that is broken or causes suffering? What is your dream of how your world can be repaired? The New World Order is the spirit ready by your side, aiding you, guiding you, so that you can truly and fully embody the catalyst of a most wonderful change. A change that will make your world you live in a much better place for all. The New World Order ushers in a period of renaissance and unification. When Key 21 appears to you, it is a divinatory mark of a new epoch in your life path. With it comes dramatic changes to your world. This is the spirit of a great power rising. The goddess. So when the dust settles, it'll be the end of a cycle. Saturn. The ancient ruler of Aquarius. I have a feeling I need to look at where all the planets are specifically over the weekend, because I think they're talking about it here. I really do think so. Anything further for us for this weekend? Yeah. A battle for the mind and hearts of the souls down here. Try to stay out of your heads and stay in this energy. Everybody's fighting for the souls down here. Keep that in mind. Stay in this energy, and it will change the zeitgeist. Okay? That's the biggest thing of everything in this reading. Besides, they are making a nod at the planetary alignments right here. For sure. You got the sun and the moon, Aquarius, Saturn, Mars, Venus. They want us to pay attention to those. All right. Clues, right? They always love to leave little breadcrumbs for me. Anyway, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic weekend. This is the age of Aquarius. You should be celebrating. They're trying to stop that. we will have our celebration. That's for sure. And remember who loves you beyond your wildest dreams and would do anything to help get you out from underneath this oppression. Okay? She's always watching.